Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to another roundup of the things I've been warming. I'm gonna start out for the non-warming thing, but it's still Scentsy, so let's just start there and then get into the wax. I'll just talk about it briefly. So finished up this bathroom cleaner in banana leaf and bamboo. So I do believe this was new for the spring, maybe. So a year, in February with the spring catalog. Pretty sure that's when it released. I used it and then also used it for samples, like a combo of the two, and finally finished it up. We were cleaning today and it just stopped squirting. It's to the end of the bottle. Liked it, didn't love it. I like this in wax, keyword like I don't love it in wax. It was okay in the cleaning. I feel like it's a cleaner scent, so it works here, and I didn't grow tired of it the way I did with some of the more fall scents that I prefer in wax, like Autumn Road Trip, for example. So it's okay. I'm not rebuying it by any means. I'm not crying that it's finished. I am happy that I finished it though. I literally was like, do I have more bathroom cleaner? Because I've been on this journey of working my stash down. Don't fear, I had plenty. Let's talk about the one tester. Yeah, the one tester I have in here. So I do these testers in my bathroom sometimes just to use them up, which I'm gonna switch up my wax warming situation again, shocking. But I did use this one up in the bathroom. It's Jeweled Pomegranate. This was a scent of the month in November 2020, I want to say. It was right, I don't know, that could be wrong. I feel like it was right when I got into Scentsy. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I feel like it came back in a catalog at some point, especially since I have this tester of it and it doesn't say scent of the month on it. I don't know. I feel like it was in the catalog at some point. I wasn't really the biggest fan of it, but I pulled it out the other day because I wanted a warm apple, cozy, fruity, slightly spicy vibe. Did this in the bathroom. Have to say, I enjoyed this way more than what I had going in my warmers. I was actually kind of sad. I was like, dang, I wish this was going everywhere, which was kind of funny because I don't ever remember liking this that much. I don't even know if I could tell you that I had bars that I bought on my own. I maybe had one because it was the scent of the month, or did they come in bricks at one point? I don't exactly remember what the situation is. I don't remember ever going out and buying this, putting in my club, etc. But I really liked it. I don't know. It's clearly pomegranate-y. It was just like I said, fruity, cozy, warm, and I feel like it was a very strong performer in my bathroom. It's actually still going. I think it's been in there for probably 4 to 5 days. Really been enjoying it. So that was the bathroom situation. Pretty sure I put it in when I popped this in my warmers, Cedar Cider. So I just don't know if I've ever used this before. It's one I'm always I should try, but I just don't have any recollection of doing it. So this year I had it on my list of scents I wanted to melt. Do I have a catalog? No, of course I don't. Story of my life. This to me is it's called Cedar Cider. So it's woody, cedar-esque. And appley. And I don't know if the cider is a play on apple cider, but to me it feels apple and woodsy. It's definitely warm and cozy, which is definitely the vibe I was going for. Too much woods though, I think. I feel like this, similar to the vanilla chestnut, I like them, but they end up having too much of that woods component, which I like less. And it's not that I don't like that, but I just feel like it's not what I'm going for. I don't know if maybe post-holiday winter still, maybe I'll want that more. But I feel like right now I want something warm, spicy, cozy, not woody cozy, if that makes sense. So the Cedar Cider, it maybe lasted 2 days before I was like, I'm over it. I have to change this up. I'm just not into it. So yeah, I don't even know if I have another bar of this. but I don't think I'll be warming it again. I feel like I've gotten my fix of it. Like, I gave it time. I tried. It kind of feels like in that same realm of the first day of fall. Like I want to like the bar because I on cold feel like it's okay. And then that it's just like too earthy, woody, something about it. That's how I feel about the first day of fall. This is kind of in that same realm. Like I really want to like it and I feel like I like it on cold, but warming it just wasn't it. So next I have Hay Rides, which is actually a new release for this fall winter season we're in. So this is in the current catalog. This, it has little apples and like wheat on it, on the packaging. Smelling this on cold had me so intrigued. It semi reminds me of Autumn Road Trip, which I know earlier I said I'm very tired of, but in a good way. Like I was really looking forward to warming this. I was very intrigued when it like first came out, when I first got my hands on it, whatever. Especially as we were like getting, you know, it's August, we're getting into the fall vibes. Like I was very intrigued by it. So I finally popped it in. And I like it. I don't love it, but I also feel like part of it is because it's just too late in the season. Like I should have done this in like September, even late August, and I think I would have been much happier than doing it the week before Thanksgiving. It's just like we've really cooled down outside. It's like winter coat season here. We actually had our first snow the other day. So definitely we're getting into that cooler weather, and I feel like that cooler weather makes me want like really warm apple, pine, you know, Christmas tree, like balsam, etc. Or like really warm, cozy gourmand scents. Like any of these things is what I'm wanting. And this had apple. Yes, I can get behind that, but I think it was just not the right vibe for this season. So I let it go for maybe 2 days, maybe 3, like maybe 2.5. And then I was like, I have to move on. I like it, but I have to move on. I'm just not vibing with it currently. So what I switched it out to is kind of a rando combination, but pumpkin cashmere, which was a scent of the month last October, and pumpkin roll. So I do believe pumpkin roll, is pumpkin roll in the current catalog? I think it is for some reason. I have this bar from when it came out in that like the pumpkin collection, like the gourd, you know, it was play on the word gourd collection earlier this year before the fall catalog launched. And then this one was scent of the month. I only had 3 cubes of this. And so that's why I mixed these two together. And I think I had 6 cubes of this one. And they both have the same, like similar pumpkin base. I feel like I hear voice, but I think it's the TV. Like, am I going crazy? This pumpkin cashmere, I actually don't mind. I think I was doing the scent of the month subscription when this came around. I feel like I had a lot of this at some point, and I tried to like work through them, send them out to people, like whatever. And so I think this is my last bar, but I actually don't mind it. And definitely like pumpkin's not my favorite, but this is like not a gourmand play on pumpkin or a woody play on pumpkin. I feel like that cashmere part of it makes it cozy. Take a shot every time I say cozy. I'm sorry. I feel like it just gives it like that, you know, cashmere, cozy, dare I say perfumey feminine. Like, I don't want you to get the wrong impression, but it just gives it a different vibe. It's not gourmand, and it's not like at the pumpkin patch first day of fall, like earthiness. It is just a very different scent. So I think when I was doing it, I was doing a lot in the bedroom just because it felt like that kind of vibe. But because it has that like more pumpkin base and pumpkin roll, obviously pumpkin roll, I just felt like combining them would be kind of fun. And I'm like, you know what, if I hate it, I hate it. Take it out. Like, I just wanted to do something fun and different. So I did 1 cube of the pumpkin cashmere in my 3 different warmers. And then this had 6 cubes. So I just like, it's basically double the pumpkin roll than the pumpkin cashmere. but I still feel like they're working well together. I'm not like to the end of this warming by any means. It kind of just started. So I'll let it probably go for at least another day or two. But I think it was a good call. I mean, am I like dying to do it again? No. I also will say I have a whole brick in pumpkin roll, so like no need to like, I'm not running out of that anytime soon. But I do prefer pumpkin cinnamon swirl over pumpkin roll, just personal preference. But it felt very like, considering what I had been doing in the open concept, it felt very seasonally appropriate. Let's just say that. So I'm a lot happier with my choices there. So anyway, okay, let's move on to the bricks before we get into what I was doing in my morning warms. I feel like that would be a good idea. So once again, you guessed it, I have sugar cookie and baked apple pie. I talked about this last week because I literally am using the same brick cube. So these cubes are actually cut into 3s. And so I put in another like section of another third of this brick cube into my warmer at work. And I'm just loving it. It's definitely a little spicy. It's spicy, but I haven't gotten any complaints. So I'm really enjoying it. It's feeling very seasonally appropriate. I feel like the sugar cookie definitely helps tone down the baked apple pie. So yeah, I have one more, the third going on, but I only work one day next week, technically. So for now, I only work one day next week for now. So I won't be doing a ton of work warming. So I don't know if I'll actually be talking about these again, like that I'll need to switch out my wax. But I am also likely moving desks at work. And I'm really curious to see how that changes my work warming situation. Like, do I do more? Do I do less? Do I play it safe still? Like, I'm just curious to see how things change. And I obviously haven't moved yet. It's still pending. But I think I'm moving desks. I think it's on the horizon. So we'll see. I still have a third of these cubes to finish or work through, but yeah, I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's talk finishing up with my things I warmed in the morning. So I am going to go kind of out of order and talk about like vendor wax and then switch to Scentsy and switch back to vendor wax. But it's just, I feel like it is the right way to do this. So first and last week, I talked about Rose Girls Cookie Land. I like ended on this. So I feel like I left it in this bin because I wanted to follow back up with you guys because I didn't have it in long enough to give a full like run through. I'm using this in my like morning kitchen warmer, which happens to now be a mini warmer. So I only had used it for 1 day's worth last week and I wanted to continue to update you guys. So Cookie Land is just like top tier of scents from Rose Girls. It's so good. And so I think I did this for maybe 3 days total, like 2 more days after that first day when I talked to you guys. And I feel like I had no problem. I probably could have left it in for 1 more day, but I feel like it was just waning. And I was like, I want to switch it up. I want to keep working through things. So I ended up pulling it out, but I feel like it did fine. Happy to continue to use these last 2 cubes in that same way. I love it in the mornings. It's just such a yummy gourmand and just, it's confetti cake, toffee, butterscotch, pretzels, and cookies. It's the best blend. So yummy. One of my absolute favorites from Rose Girls. So after I took that out, I told you guys when I originally did the mini warmer, I did some Scentsy wax in it and I felt like it just did so well, obviously because that's what it's made for. But I was like, I want to test this out just to like see, I have this in my coffee stash. And I want to see what's going on. So I popped in a cube of the Friends bar. I have warmed 2 cubes of this before, as you can see. I have a lot of these bars, maybe 6 counting this one, maybe. I don't feel like this is well loved by any means, and I can see why. So I popped this in just to kind of see what would happen. The notes on this are like coffee notes, and I'm pretty sure, coconut notes. I definitely get coconut notes from this. And that definitely turned a lot of people off when this was launched. Like, a lot of people were really angry about that. I feel like this time then it came back around, people weren't as upset about it, but I think people just weren't talking about it. When it was originally launched, and even at SFR when we went, people were like, what is this scent? Like, you could tell people were definitely like, this could have been such a good, like, coffee shop scent. And I feel like it just missed the mark a little bit. However, with all that being said, I don't mind this scent. Like, I think this is a really nice play on like an ice. It definitely, like, I feel like I hear what people are saying. Friends, like the whole vibe of Friends and the fact of like Central Perk, like the cafe, the whole thing could have been so much better. I totally get it. Just talking about the scent alone, I feel like it's giving like a definitely foo-foo, summery, coconutty, like frappuccino, 100%. So yes, I agree that they don't go along with each other by any means, but the scent alone, I don't mind. I will say though, this is summery to me. Like, I put it in, I only let it go a day, and I was like, no, this is not seasonally appropriate. I cannot do this. I'm just saving it for summer. But I do like it. Like, I don't hate the scent like some people do, and that's probably why I have so many bars, because I bought them because I was like, this is gonna be such a hyped scent, and then like literally no, but everyone's like, this bar sucks. So anyway, let me know if you're a person who actually likes this bar, because I feel like it's a very limited number, and this was definitely a polarizing scent in my opinion. Don't mind it, don't like it for this time of year, so definitely putting this back in my collection, and I'll just warm it in the summertime. So in the same way I do my coffee scents now. After I had that little situation, I literally did it for a day and took it out later that night because I was like, I'm not doing this again tomorrow. I don't like this. Then I did Starbeans Cafe from Rose Girls. So another great coffee scent. This is Espresso Vanilla Crunch Donuts and Vanilla Bean Noel. Another Mario melter, as you can see from these big blocks, but really, really like this one. And same as the Cookie Land, I feel like, are they doing maybe as well as they would in a full-size warmer, this like harder wax? No, but I'm having no like, you know how it gets like that texture when it's not fully melted, and I can't think of how I'm trying to describe that. Like, oh, it's almost like Jello-esque, like it's just very thick looking. I'm not having any of those problems. Like, it's fully melting through, it's fully liquid, waxable, etc. Do these take longer to melt than probably a Scentsy cube? Yes, but like, it's still, even if I do them for an hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning, I'm not having any issues. Like, they're melting before I turn them off, like all of that stuff. So I'm gonna continue to work on these. I really just want to like continue to alternate through these until I use them up. Obviously this one I'm a little bit closer on, but yeah, that's kind of my story with these. I feel like the Cookie Land maybe performed a hair better, but I don't know if that's just because I prefer this scent and it sticks out a little bit more to my nose than the Starbeans Cafe. I feel like because it has that espresso and like coffee base, if we're using the coffee maker, like I feel like it can maybe get a little bit overshadowed because of similar scents in the atmosphere, in the house, in the kitchen, whatever. So that's what I have for this week. I feel like that was a lot, but also not a lot at the same time. I'm, like I said, kind of in the middle of the video. I'm going to be, I think, switching up some of my warming. I've moved some things around, so I feel like I might have some more things to potentially talk about because of some of the things I switched around. So we'll see. We'll see what I come back with next week, but that's what I was doing for now. Yeah, we'll see what I get up to within the next week, and I'll come back and update you guys. But that's all I have. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.